Dedication. We dedicate this story to the grassland biome because even though it might be the biome we interact with the most, it still faces many struggles every day. Grasslands face numerous accounts of urbanization, which causes many species to be displaced from their homes. Grasslands provide many types of crops and livestock essential for humans, and without these, we lose massive amounts of food production. To help the grasslands, we can promote regenerative farming processes that preserve the soil nutrients rather than deplete it.
This is Theodore, the small white-tailed deer. He is a bit different from the rest of the deer. With his lone antler, life in the grasslands is very complicated for him. Feeling isolated and outcasted, Theodore longs for a place to call home. The field mice laughed at him, the owls screeched at him, the wolves and coyotes howled at him, and the other deer were embarrassed by him. One evening, Theodore forgets to wash his hooves before dinner time. When his mother discovers this, she flies into a blind rage. "You one-antlered freak," she exclaimed. "You will never be as strong and mighty as the rest of us deer." This was the last straw for Theodore. He simply had to go.
Therefore, Theodore set off to find a new home. He journeyed through the buffalo grass and clover fields, past sunflowers and bluebonnets. As he wandered through the never-ending fields of switchgrass, he became more and more hungry. Desperate for fruit or anything of substance, Theodore nearly collapsed with excitement when he found a hollowed-out patch of soil filled with more fruit than he could ever eat. As Theodore leaned down to grab the food he was so desperate for, a small furball leapt for his face. Hooked onto his horn, the small creature scratched and bit him until Theodore shook him off. "You dear, always out here taking what's mine," the tiny creature exclaimed. Theodore apologized. "I'm just so hungry, I didn't realize this food was yours." As the creature continued to grumble, Theodore summoned the courage to ask, "I'm a bit short on friends these days. My name is Theodore. Can we start over?" The critter took a minute to consider this. In the end, he decided that they could start again. "Well, I guess, as long as you don't go raiding my food again. My name is Simon, the prairie dog, in case you didn't catch that." Excited about the new friendship, Theodore and Simon discussed their plan to find a new home where they both belong. Soon after, Theodore learns that Simon is missing far too many teeth for a prairie dog, which is why he's alone. He tells Theodore how his family outcasted him and left him alone because of his flaws. Theodore gains hope that he can make this journey despite his imperfections. As the sun rises, Theodore offers Simon to join him on his journey to find a true home. Flattered by the offer, Simon declines Theodore's offer, stating that he is content with himself. Suddenly, the ryegrass was gone and the soft soil turned to hard concrete. The sounds of bluebirds shifted to the loud car horns. The air went from fresh, clean air to smoky fumes. Theodore knew one thing. He wasn't in the grassland anymore, and he couldn't be more excited. Theodore was thrilled to be away from his home, and he couldn't wait to find new friends. However, Theodore did not see other animals that looked like him. He didn't see any grass to graze, and he couldn't find any flower bed to sleep on. In addition, he had nearly been hit by a large truck, and he was starting to grow very hungry. Theodore slowly began to realize that he could not survive this environment. As he grew hungry again, he started to lose hope that he would never find a place to be accepted. And with one last ounce of effort, he began to walk again to find a new home. It took Theodore a very long time to escape their city. He thought the skyscrapers and brick walls would continue forever. After a while, he finally found himself in a wide clearing of open space. Along this paradise of green was a herd of other deer with one antler. "What is your name?" one of the deer questioned. "I am Theodore, and I have traveled many miles to find deer who are like me," Theodore exclaimed. "How did you all lose your horns?" "I lost mine to a lumberjack."
Mine was lost in a fight with another deer for food. I lost mine to a hunter. As Theodore sat around with all of the other deer, he finally felt accepted by the animals around him. He was no longer the outcast that couldn't stand up for himself, but now he was Theodore, the normal deer.